Okay, guys, I've been out in the sun. Look at this. I forgot to put sunscreen on. Shoot. Anyways, I've been out in the sun. So I told my boss he wanted to communicate further. My boss, with this whole lawsuit thing of work harassment. And I call it harassment because there was no real proof of anything I was doing wrong. It was just they wanted me up to a certain speed when I had just started the job, and it takes time. So, he wanted to communicate further, and Scripture says to not go into a lawsuit with a brother. I mean, especially those of the same faith, those of the same household. You don't want to do that. But even then, you don't really want to get into lawsuits. You just don't. It's not smart. When we lost the home, I mean, if you have to, you have to, okay? There is a place for it. There is a place for it. Like if somebody, probably went after one of my kids to kill him or something, and there was no justice or other damages, that's one thing. But try not to let lawsuits happen. So when we had the house and the landlord sold it out from under us in the middle of winter, February 2022, we had our rights. We had the COVID declaration in place. We had our rights. There was mold in the home. That was another thing that he should have had fixed. We let it go. Just let things go if you can, because someone had said to me, and I believe this is true, once you get into a lawsuit, you never know which way it's going to go. It could go for you, it could go against you. Just don't go that way. Same with a divorce. I mean, you want to stand up for certain things. Definitely, if a woman's been loyal to a man when he's had absolutely nothing to give her, like financially, that's loyalty. When he has something and he gives it to his wife, that's loyalty, right? When a man has everything and he gives it to his wife. My husband right now doesn't have a whole lot going for him. maybe money-wise, and that's it. But you want to be as loyal as you can. I didn't take him to court for pushing me. I didn't put a restraining order on Kevin Leandro. I didn't do that. Even though I told him I would, I didn't. And I'm not going to, because it's just not worth my time. I think he learned his lesson to watch what he says when he's talking about guns. It can be interpreted different ways. So, and the same with this guy. I sent him a message and said, look, I don't really feel like we need to have a phone conversation. You should have had Jesse go to you. I mean, everything should be under a manager, right? So that a manager, half the time of business, if they would just pull back and look at themselves, they wouldn't have half the problems they have. So I said, I wish the best for you. I still haven't had my pay. Scripture talks about taking the wrong sometimes. Just take, people can't, always do what they're supposed to, so just take it. So he did later send me something to see if I can get it, but I don't know if I can. So that's going to be something I have to take if I can't get it. Just take it. Just take it, try to work things out. Usually Christians can work it out and let it go. So that's what I did. So I'm already done with Southside. It doesn't matter that this happened. Southside is rough. I already was thinking, look, you got to find a ride home. Jesse, luckily for me, was willing on a personal level to bring me home that night. And I said, look, can you just slow down, because I do get panic attacks, with going too fast sometimes in a car. He's a racer. So, he got in the fast lane and I just let him know, hey, can you slow down a little? So, that is not something I want to be a part of anymore. I don't really want to work over there anymore anyways, because it's just, I've got other opportunities. So I'm not going to work for a place that's kind of it was good at the time, but, for a little bit, and then it's just time to let it go. So that's what I'm doing. I just got a mop for my cleaning business, and I have to have some good tools to be successful. Not a lot. I got stainless steel cleaner. I got some rags because I haven't had time to clean my other ones, and I'm going that way. So that's kind of what I got. Don't Try to yield to Scripture. Try to do what Scripture says the best to your understanding. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys.